Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Outspoken. Today we're going to be reviewing the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes. Jeb is still on vacation, so we have our friend Danique here filling in.
Hi,
he's a Drag Race fan too, or at least since he's been friends with us. So we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best.
She watched it with us last night.
I watched it last night at bartending. Yes. Amazing.
Yeah. It was
That's the reason otherwise we're drunk folks.
Of course, everyone gets into it. We said
really
before.
into it.
Yeah, it's like a sporting event for gay guys, you know?
It is.
Well, let's just dive right in, you guys.
Dive in.
What did we think? What do we think? It was the roast episode. They bring this every few seasons. They'll do like a roast of RuPaul or somebody. This week it happened to be Michelle Visage.
Right. Which I thought was really cool that they switched it up. And it was about time that Michelle Visage got roasted. I loved it.
Even though they kind of like roasted everybody on the panel.
Yeah. That's what you do. That's what you kind of do in a roast. The episode started with, they did the classic mini challenge. The library was open and all the queens got to read each other. We love seeing that every year. It's this is my favorites. Who do you guys feel did the best when they were reading each other?
Peppermint for me. First of all, Peppermint has totally stepped it up. And but you know, I think Peppermint is doing. I think Peppermint started off like weak and sloppy, and now she's trying to do this whole. She has strategy.
Yeah,
she has strategy.
She was a little weak and sloppy at the beginning. Some of her, I mean, we liked her. We've always liked her. We've always been wanting big things for her. But you know, she was a little lackluster so far.
She's probably a quick learner. She probably was observing and then like now
seeing the game.
Now she's getting it.
Right. But yeah, Peppermint for me was a good reading.
Yeah, she was.
Valentina actually won the challenge. Do you guys think that she did the best at reading?
I was actually surprised that Valentina, you know, because she's so known for being all sweet. And
I was kind of surprised.
The reading challenge.
Yeah, I was a little surprised too. But
she did good.
I do feel it was a little bit like they weren't going as hard as some of the other queens in the past have for each other. There's a lot of you make fun of your body, make fun of your teeth. You know, I get it.
There's no Bianca Del Rio on this season.
But who was the one that got all but her?
Alexis Michelle. Alexis Michelle. Do not talk about her man shoulders or
her wide body. Like she was just I'm not trying to be
her wide body.
Her broad is what Valentina said. You're Broadway and you're broad. But yeah, back in the workroom, Alexis Michelle was not happy.
Not having it. She was
not like. Well, you know what? I will say it takes a while to be able to prepare for that amount of criticism from unknown. Like nothing can prepare you for that. You know, you think you may be confident, you kind of know what your issues are, but like it's amplified when you get into those spaces.
Totally.
And and she was not prepared to hear that amplification. Is that a word? Amplification?
Well, it's a word.
You just made it one. My biggest thing though with it, I was really surprised though that she was so sensitive to the reading. Like,
really after the fourth or fifth time.
No, surprised in a sense. Like, first of all, bitch, you're a drag queen.
Yeah.
Second of all, I actually think Alexis Michelle is physically, she's really cute.
He is really cute, but I think also a lot of, like, he might be one of those drag queens that hide behind the persona. So when you're like, because they were in drag when they were doing reading, it's like, you know, some people lose their confidence. Who's the tumbling bitch? You're in one certain space, but like, you know, when you're just
yourself, raw and vulnerable. And we get that too, even on the show sometimes. However, it's a drag competition. It's reading. It's shade. It's all part of the package. So
I'm pretty sure when you were on Prince Charming, and then after you probably saw a lot of people coming for like.
And they were coming for my forehead, honey, my 5, 6, 7 head, my lips, lips.
I like your big forehead. I do.
That's the thing. Like this is stuff. Childhood has prepared me for that. So you're not saying anything
new.
Right. I'm used to it. I'm like, girl, come harder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come harder, come on my face.
Come harder. Or both.
Either or.
When they did the walkthrough, some of the queens obviously seemed to have it together a little more than other ones. Kind of an indication of what was going to happen.
I love Shea, Coulee. And she was opened, right? Like she
was an opener.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So good.
Perfect. Yeah. She was perfection.
She was actually my favorite.
Oh yeah.
What I like about Shea is that she has like, it's like she has this down to a science. You know what I mean? She knows how to entertain. She knows what she offers to the show and in drag in general, and she delivers. You know, we haven't seen her slip up not once.
I think Valentina saw that as well. I think that's why she kind of opened it. Had her, because she got to choose.
Yeah, she got to choose.
Well, Valentina got to choose, and they all were pretty diplomatic. She let them all kind of choose their positions, which was nice. I don't know why Alexis decided to go at the end. Whoever goes at the end has to be
phenomenal.
Good.
Yes.
So if you're gonna volunteer for that, you should have some material.
Alexis has she's one of those people with like a crazy level of confidence where it's like that she thinks she's gonna kill it and she doesn't.
Shea opened the show. Was hilarious, killed it. Great way to open the show.
Yes.
Kind of brought the house down. And who was after her? Sasha.
Velour.
Sasha killed it too.
I liked her.
Yes.
I thought it was very witty.
Sasha Velour, first of all, I loved her outfit. That she like.
Oh my god.
Geometrical, the bold pattern.
I feel like it was very like.
It was very
80s?
Great.
Kind of.
Still like a high fashion feel to it at the same time.
I really like the colors and she's so New York.
She's
so New York.
So New York.
She gave me like a Grace Jones vibe mixed with a little bit of Audrey Hepburn, ironically. Look
I could say, okay, that's an interesting combination, but I can
see that sophistication there, but that was very edgy at the same time.
We've always liked Sasha Velour, you know, her aesthetic and stuff, but I feel like our biggest criticism has been like her personality.
She's kind of boring.
I like her, but
that was an advantage for her on that challenge to me. The boringness.
Right.
You weren't expecting much, so she played on that monotone voice, like delivering the jokes.
With the jokes, though.
Just, you know, I was pleasantly surprised.
I just kind of feel like Sasha Velour is one of those drag queens for me personally. Like, I respect what she does. She's great at everything that she does. She's just not my cup of tea as far as like her style of drag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
so maybe that's why she doesn't. Because a lot of people love her online. I see everybody.
So she's good tea, but not your flavor. Like,
yeah, exactly.
She's a good wine, just not your flavor. I get it. Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about our girl Valentina this week?
I think she's doing very well in playing up her like. She almost makes it like gimmick.
Her character,
but she does it well. Like I think she surprised me. I didn't think she was gonna do that well at the roast, but she did well.
Right,
like the whole accent.
Yeah, she was like a chola
that East LA.
She knows what she's doing.
Okay, she wasn't my favorite of the week. She did good. It wasn't my favorite look of Valentina. It was probably actually my least favorite look of Valentina's. It just wasn't as polished.
I think she was trying to either go for that whole aesthetic of the East LA chola or
a little bit of
but it worked. I thought it was
okay. It was good. I felt her.
She's definitely a favorite.
Oh yeah. People go crazy, even at the bar last night. Everyone's still Valentina.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Trinity Taylor's look this week? The country, you know, the kind of white trash aesthetic. I get it because I come from a white trash aesthetic.
I loved her look.
I liked her look.
Oh, I see.
Like a comedy was not.
Yeah, she wasn't that funny. I'm kind of surprised because she's.
Was there a theme, or you just got to choose your theme for the?
I think it was kind of you choose your theme. A lot of them are kind of going with characters because that's worked before in the past during the roast. Like I don't remember which queens, but some of them do a character and then they slay at it. So I think a few of them were trying to bring characters instead of just being themselves and roasting. Some of it worked. Some of it didn't.
Yeah. Well, where it did work, speaking of characters, would be Nina Bonina Brown when she went in she played basically Nina Bonina Brown's grandmother, right?
Grandmother
good old church.
From the church.
Church lady.
So she was a Baptist church goer, which was great. I loved it.
How'd y'all feel about the fact that she painted?
I didn't.
That's her thing.
It's very Nina Bonina. That's very Nina Bonina.
I liked it.
Yeah, I can't get that mad. I kind of. Maybe I wish I would have been on regular glasses, but it's her and who she is and her aesthetic, and I love that she stays true to that.
Right.
She was very detailed with it, because you know she painted a little bit of a mustache
and the shadow and the old lady makeup. So yeah, definitely
a lot of attention to detail.
Yep. Good job, Nina.
Well, now for the ones that didn't do so hot at the roast. Farrah Moan. What did everybody think of beautiful Farrah Moan?
I was clutching my titties and my pearls the whole time.
Girl!
Oh my god, not the titty pearls.
Not the titty.
My toes was bought up like knuckles. I felt
it was not her
booty hole
thing.
clencher.
But let's be real. We saw that coming. We kind of knew she was not going to perform well in this. Like, I just don't think she's that type of queen. She's not necessarily a comedy queen. She's not necessarily someone that I imagine doing well in a roast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we've said it from the beginning. We like her enough. There's no reason.
She did. The roast wasn't even about her.
That was the thing. Is I don't think she
roasted so hard on people that she wasn't even supposed to roast on.
That was
exciting. Girl, what are you going through? Why are you so angry? Why are you so mad?
Why are you so bitter about it?
I don't know what she got got the exact concept of a roast. It's not just being mean. It's being mean and funny, but also, you know,
witty.
double-handed compliments
witty,
and wit to it, and you know, I don't know.
And she was just being a twit, not a wit.
It just didn't work. It just didn't work.
Tamar Braxton, who I feel like was taking a little offense to it, especially because they kept comparing her to
Her
Tony.
sister.
Tony Braxton.
I was really surprised that Tamar even signed up for that.
Well,
they didn't know.
But did they all know that it was going to be a roast? Because
They-
even Michelle didn't seem to know that she was
And
going to
really,
be a
when somebody
roast.
comes from Tamar Braxton, then they don't know her body of work. Because, like, she was singing before,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
they have machines singing for people. She's fucking talented.
Oh,
yeah.
amazingly talented.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, there's an art when you roast somebody. You have to talk about things that they've already talked about themselves about.
Right.
And then, like, you have to kind of do it tactfully. Like, you kind of have to know what's off limits and what you can say.
And they told her that, didn't what's his name? Ross told Farrah that. Like, you have to warm them up, say good things, and then a backhanded compliment.
Said lube it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
She just fucking went in there raw.
What did everybody think of She-Hulk herself,
Yes.
Miss Alexis Michelle?
I thought she was going to pick up
I
something
didn't
and
get
just
it.
hurl
Why
it
did she
over.
come
That was...
Why did she come out like a witch?
Well, okay,
Well-
because Michelle Visage does not like green, and she said that many of times on the show. So she was dressed all green.
I see.
But that's such like one note to have that much focus on. Yeah, Michelle Visage doesn't like green, but that doesn't mean you paint your skin green and you wear a green dress.
Oh, except her feet.
Her feet wasn't green?
No, they were white. She didn't paint her damn feet.
I really didn't get it.
No.
I didn't get any of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get her comedy.
I feel like she thought too hard about it.
She overthought.
That's probably what happened. Because I actually could see potential for Alexis to be funny.
She is a funny queen. We know that she can be shady, so it wasn't that. It was just, like you said, she probably overthunk it a little bit, got lost in her head. She's the last one to go. She really wanted another win, and unfortunately, it fell through.
I'm going to take a little stretch and just say, like, when you're somebody that's, I feel like she's maybe sensitive, and when she just got talked about so much, I think it might be difficult to actually, like, just talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she just got...
She's in her head.
I heard you saying.
You know
she
what I'm
maybe
saying?
has a
Like-
little bit of Nina Bonina in her where it's self-sabotage, where, you know, you can be this really strong person through your drag or your comedy, and you project this strong image in a lot of ways, but you're really sensitive on the inside, and you let things get to you and knock you off your game, and, you know, I get how that goes, but, you know, Drag Race, y'all gotta bring it. Y'all gotta...
I'm going to bring it, or I'm just going to bring you.
Okay, can we please talk about Miss Peppermint though? The one queen who
Miss
won this
Peppermint,
week's challenge.
hey.
Like, girl, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, throughout the competition, we were kind of talking about how Peppermint never really did, you know, never really did anything.
Rose to the
wow us.
occasion, yeah.
And I never really considered her a comedy queen. Girl, she roasted the hell out of Michelle Visage.
Let me tell you, she really surprised me. Like,
It was witty. It was, you know, on point. Like, it wasn't too mean, but it wasn't too nice. Like,
She knew how to do a roast.
Yeah.
She was complimenting and then, you know,
good
gave
balance.
some misdirection and her look was great. I thought that was like the best she's looked
Great
all season.
balance.
Well,
Right,
that's
very
the,
well.
like when I saw her that look, I'm like, okay, that's the Peppermint I remember seeing, you know, on social media and like YouTube and stuff.
Right.
So she went back to like, well, she went to the person we all knew she was before she got on the show.
Right. I feel like I've seen this happen with queens before. It's when it starts getting, you know, narrower, you know, down to 8 queens now, 7 queens now. You know, you have more time to shine. You're not quite as intimidated. There's more freedom for you to express yourself and express what you do.
I think.
Right, and you've let your guard down a little. You're not quite playing the game. You know, you get into the real competition of it all.
Right.
So maybe that's what's happening with Peppermint, because she was the winner this week.
Yeah.
She slayed it. She killed them all.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Peppermint.
Whatever it is going on with her, girl, I'm here for it.
I'm glad you took that moment to talk about her experience in Russia as a transgender.
I love
Yeah, yes. Well, Sasha brought that up about
how she had to kind of hide herself too when she was living in Russia, because Russia is still so backwards thinking when it comes to LGBTQ rights and things like that.
Right.
So
I think a lot of major cities don't really understand like how good they have it. I'm
Oh,
glad
we're
that
jaded.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I know coming from the
LA,
South, like
New
I
York.
could not believe how outspoken and unapologetically gay people were here. I was like, oh.
It was really great that they
It was
opened up
a great
about their
moment.
experience of Russia and kind of show the world that keep in mind, we have it a lot better than so many people still
when
do.
you transfer flights, you don't even think about that
Yeah,
stuff.
you would never
think
think.
internationally, like, oh, what is the laws for this?
Right.
Transfer, even though you're not even really setting,
I do.
you know.
I pay attention to all that. Okay, because one place I will not be going is Russia. So.
Well, yeah, sorry, not my. Yeah, I have no desire to go to Russia anytime soon. So bye,
girl. I kind of want to touch on Untucked a little bit, guys. Like, it wasn't really that. It didn't do much for me this week wasn't. But I will say this. I love the moment that Shea, Coulee, and Nina Bonina Brown had.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I love that moment. Not because Shea Coulee like was calling her out. The way that she called Nina out on her self-sabotaging and overthinking things, it was in a loving manner. I feel like, even though she was like angry with her.
No, I feel like since the beginning, Shea Coulee has came from a very loving place towards Nina. I think she's always been very supportive and had her back. So I was taken a little bit back too when Nina said that she heard Shea was kind of directing any kind of animosity towards her. Because I haven't seen it from the show. Obviously, they know more than we do. But from what we've seen, Shea has been super supportive of Nina and always had her back. So
and her feelings were because if you're being so supportive with someone and then they decide to be like, you know, oh well, yeah, I need more support from you, or I heard you said this, you're like, what?
Yeah, what can I do?
But you're back the whole entire time. I don't have to do this. This is a competition. I don't even have to talk to you, to be honest.
And Shea handles it with such class, though.
She's
like
such
and I feel like she told Nina, quit your shit, but told her like, girl, I love you. Like, you're my sister. I respect you. You need to get out of your fucking head and quit accusing people of, doing things to you that they're not even doing. You know?
Right.
So from the challenge, no surprise, the bottom two looks of the week were Alexis Michelle and Farrah.
Not just the bottom looks, just the bottom everything.
Looks, they did performance mostly, I think, because obviously Farrah looked beautiful.
They ended up lip syncing to
Dolly
Parton's song, which I actually thought they were both they were decent.
They were pretty decent. I think what got them was that split, that slide split.
Oh yeah,
I think that was right.
That was pretty good. That was insane.
Alexis pulling out all the stops, and it doesn't help that Farrah has been in the bottom 3 times now, so it just sort of was her time. You know, she did good in the lip sync, as good as she could, and she's beautiful, like we've said every single week. Beautiful queen, sweet enough, but just it was her time to go.
It was your time, girl.
It's Sashay away.
Such talented queen.
Did you guys catch the moment where Farrah Moan had 6 notes in her hand? She's like, oh, I gotta have a note from everyone. And she thought about it. She said, but there's 7 people here, but I only have 6 notes. Someone didn't give Farrah Moan a note.
Who didn't do it?
I bet it was Nina.
I think it was Nina too. I kind of think it was Nina too.
No, I don't think Nina. I think it was what's her face? Alexis.
Oh really?
I think it was Alexis.
Oh, that's petty if it was her.
Nina or Alexis. One of the two.
Maybe they'll race.
We'll never know.
Well, I do like that they do that. The notes for everybody every week.
That's
sweet. I love they do that for each other.
But maybe at the reunion they'll talk about it.
Oh, how do we get tickets to that? We need to go to the reunion.
Yeah, maybe World Wonder will give us some.
Right.
Congratulations again to Peppermint. You slayed this week. We're so glad you finally brought it. You showed us what we've been waiting for, and you're definitely a competitor now. So we'll see what happens the next couple of weeks. But
kind of a read.
Well, a little, but now I see it. We all see it.
We all know by now. Josh is the shadiest one.
I am not shady.
Thank you, Brian.
I am not the shadiest one. We'll vote.
Were you looking at me, hubby?
We'll vote. We'll have a vote one day. The fans.
I'm petty.
You're petty,
shady, messy.
Yes!
You got all the
Yes.
Alrighty, you guys, that is it for this review of RuPaul's Drag Race for this past week. We want to say a special thank you to our guest, Danique.
Thank y'all for having me.
Danique the Freak. And if you don't know, he has a web show / podcast.
Yes.
With his friend, and it's called Black to Reality. So y'all need to check that out. We're gonna put it somewhere on this video.
Somewhere. But yeah, check it out. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm spitting a lot. But anyway,
it's okay.
Girl.
It's okay. I don't mind a little spit off. In the bath.
Lube it up, girl.
I don't want some moist in the mouth.
Some moist.
He said what I'm ready for.
What?
I'm just trying to have a moment. Okay, that's all.
It's okay.
It's alright. It's okay.
Okay.
I want people in the comment section to say they like me too, you know?
They like you,
love
Ryan.
you.
Everybody
They
likes
love
you.
Yeah,
Just give me more attention so I can fly.
Oh my
God.
god.
Alright.